आपका वाईफाई और दोनों में से एक ही होना है, तो उसमें कंफ्लिक्ट कर जाता है।
वाईफाई बंद कर देता हूँ।
वाईफाई बंद कर दो और वो सिर्फ और
क्या कर रहा है कि अपने आप बंद हो जा रहा है। ये देखो ऐसा है ना, लाइव फ्यू मिनट्स इट विल गो अवे।
उस दिन में यही हो रहा था प्रभु सेंटर पे, जब आप मेरे को देख रहे थे ना।
देखते हैं क्या होता है। माता जी, हाँ वही सोच रहा हूँ। देखो या कुछ तो हो गया होगा ऐसे। Good point. Yeah, all set. Thank you. जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। 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 जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुनतीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha, Jai Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha, Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Jai Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha, Vrindavan Chandra Radha, Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha, Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha, Jai Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radha, Jai Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radha, Jai Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha, Jai Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha, Jai Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Radha, Jai Radha Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jagannath, Jagannath, Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, गोपी वल्लभ की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की, श्री गौर निताय की, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी भगवान की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्री ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ गुरु परंपरा सांप्रदाय की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते। कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचे श्री विष्णु हरे कृष्णा so happy to see all of you very grateful Hare Krishna hope all of you are in good health and good consciousness and hope all of you have been chanting Hare Krishna whether or not classes are happening Hare Krishna we go. We had started 18th chapter and there was a big gap that came in between. Hare Krishna, how are you? So there was a big gap that came in between. So what I will do is I will just repeat the translations till verse number 11. So we all get a context of what we are discussing, and then from there we'll take it forward. Hare Krishna. So chapter 18, the conclusion, the perfect of renunciation. Text 1, translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, Tyaga, and of the renounced order of life, Sannyasa, O killer of Kesi demon, master of the senses. So here Arjuna is asking two things, Tyaga and Sannyasa. Right? Shri Bhagavan Vacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the giving up of activities that are based on material desire, is what great learned men call the renounced order of life, sannyasa. And giving up the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation. Right? So here Lord Krishna is explaining what is true renunciation. We discussed on length on this. You can refer to the last recording of the lecture. You can go through that. And but only one thing I would like to say here is, most importantly, renounced order means to give up materialistic activities, right? Where we are trying to get some fruitative results, some gain out of it, some profit out of it, right? So all these things are material, where there is no Krishna in a way, right? But if a devotee leads a life keeping Krishna in the center, he doesn't need to renounce anything more, right? Because if I say Arjuna was a sannyasi, so what are you saying, Prabhu? Arjuna was a Kshatriya. No, he was a Kshatriya, but his consciousness was like a sannyasi. Because he left everything and he was doing the duty for Krishna, even though he's doing a war, right? So even if you're working in an office, or you're retired, or you are tired, doesn't matter.
But he became sannyasi after listening to Krishna.
No, he was a sannyasi, he was a devotee of Krishna all along. He was already a devotee of Krishna, and that is proven in 4th chapter where Lord Krishna says, Bhaktosmi Sakha Cheti. Because you are my dear friend and devotee, that is the reason I'm telling Bhagavad Gita to you. So he was already a devotee. He is asking these questions on our behalf. Arjuna already knows Bhagavad Gita, but he is asking questions so that we can listen. Shankaracharya has told that he is asking on our behalf. When he wrote the Gita Bhashyam, what is it? Sarva Upanishado Gavo, Dokta Gopalananda, Partho Vacha Sudhir Bhokta. Dugdha Gita Mritam Mahat. He's saying, Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta. He is the one who is standing like a calf in front of a cow. But milk is, we are only drinking. Bhagavad Gita we are drinking, right? So he has given that milk to us. So here Lord Krishna is explaining what is sannyasa. And giving up the results of the activities. That is, you do an activity and you expect some result out of it and you give it the result to Krishna. That is Tyaga. That is real Tyaga. Not giving up activities. Krishna never told give up activities. Of course, there are some very serious saints who have given up activities also and dedicated to Krishna. But they are also going there and doing what? They are doing prachar. They are sitting in these holy places and doing prachar. So they are not giving up activities. Text 3. Some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up as faulty. Yet other sages maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. Now, Lord Krishna is saying here, some people say give up everything. But there is also another understanding that you don't have to give up everything, use it in purpose of Krishna. Right? Do charity, real penance, like doing austerity, giving up things that we like to do, like to eat, or like to enjoy. You give up them and use it in service of Krishna. Like that. That is also renunciation. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Can everyone say Yukta Vairagya? Vairagya means to give up everything. Yukta Vairagya means to use it in service of Krishna. That is higher than any Vairagya. Like there is one very famous saint in India, I don't want to name him. He said if you keep 1 rupee coin, you'll get shiver. Prabhupada said, to buy 1 rupee, give 100 rupees. Because I'll use it in service of Krishna. That is better renunciation. Isn't it? Telling that, I don't like money, don't touch money. Arey, why not? I am ready here. I am telling you, Lilananda, give me 1 lakh rupees. I'll use it in service of Krishna. I have no problem. So you should give donations. And person should receive donation also. But don't use it for your own purpose. If you try to use the God's money for your purpose, then it's the biggest sin that you have done. Right? So we should be careful where we are giving, to whom we are giving, and the person taking should also be careful for what is he using. So charity has to be performed. Very, very important principle, Prabhuji. Charity has to be performed. If you don't perform charity, then you cannot perform devotion. And charity is not only money. The moment I tell charity, I will Prabhuji every paisa mangenge. No, charity is just not money. Charity is using giving your skill also. Charity is giving your talent for service of Krishna. Right? Charity, most important charity is giving your time. Right? Giving time regularly, sitting and hearing Bhagavad Gita is itself a big charity. Right? Giving these years. Recently we celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi. We should learn from Ganeshji. What is this akar? Big ears. 2 big ears and a mouth shut with, the tusk. Right? So Ganeshji is telling, better shut your mouth and open your ears. Because we speak too much, we listen very less. When you hear nicely, then you can speak nicely. So, biggest charity is to give your time. Biggest charity is to give your ears, right? To hear Krishna Katha. Text 4. O best of the Bharatas, now hear my judgment about renunciation. O tiger among men, renunciation is declared in the scriptures to be of 3 kinds. Now, Krishna is continuing the mode of 17th chapter where he was explaining the 3 modes. Everything in 3 modes. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. These 3 modes are Prakriti's energies which are there around us and they keep forcing us to make our choices in those modes. Right? So if we want to go towards God, slowly we have to change our choices from Tamoguna to Rajoguna and go towards Sattva-guna. Change our choices. Right? Some people would like to get up early in the morning and hear rock music. I saw one person, he kept that, Alexa in his house in the morning timing, right? Or his alarm. First thing, the Brain Adams song will song, morning, 5 o'clock, like that and start. Summer of 69, he'll get up like that, So that's mode of ignorance, right? Mode of passion, again, some film song, which is only talking about lust, greed and all that. But mode of goodness means Kaushalya, Supraja, Rama, like that it will start, right? You want to hear Vedic hymns. You want to hear something nice, right? So you want to slowly shift your consciousness from mode of ignorance to mode of passion and slowly to mode of goodness. Very important, right? So here, Lord Krishna in 18th chapter is going to explain how do you identify people in which mode they are. Forget about identifying people. How do you identify yourself in which mode you are, right? And which mode is most predominating? People can be in different modes during different times of the day. But which is the one which is predominating? And how do you say somebody is in Sattva? Because most of the time he is in Sattva. And there will be a time when he'll always be in Sattva. But that doesn't happen overnight. Right? And Krishna is not saying that you have to, your goal of life is to change your mode. No. Use that mode in service of Krishna. If you're a very passionate person, use that passion for service of Krishna. Right? If you are, in a mode of goodness, use that goodness for service of Krishna. Like that. So here Lord Krishna is talking about renunciation in the three kinds, right? Tyaga also. So text 5. Acts of sacrifice, charity and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity and penance purify even great souls. What are the three things? Sacrifice, charity, penance. Right? Sacrifice means to give up something that you like. Tyaga. Right? And charity. Charity means to give something that you have. Right? And penance, to undergo voluntary some difficulty for a higher purpose. Right? Not for a lower purpose. Like I'm doing tapas, I'm doing fast because some political leader is not giving me something. That's not tapas. In fact, it's banned. It should not be do that. This body is given by Krishna. You're supposed to maintain that body. You can do upavas, but not for some political purpose. You should do it for Krishna. Right? On which days? Ekadashi day. And on some Acharya's appearance days, Acharya's disappearance days, like in our Sampradaya, in any Sampradaya. Four levels of Acharyas, when they appear and disappear, on those days we perform a penance. We don't have, anything till noon. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Keshav Babaji, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, like that. And your own guru, when you choose a guru in your life, who has to be your initiating guru, on his appearance day or his disappearance day, be fasted up. So these fasts are authorized and bona fide. And special festival days like Janmashtami, right? Gaura Purnima, Narsingha Chaturdashi. On these special days also, you can perform fast. Yeah. So that's the way. These fasts are penance performed in the mode of goodness. Text 6. All these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty, O son of Pritha. That is my final opinion. As a matter of duty, you should do certain things. And you don't need to go and, put dandora peet ke, aaj main upvas kar raha hu. You don't have to tell. You have to do what you're doing. Yeah, sometimes you have to tell others to encourage them. On festival days, you can tell, hey, Prabhu, aaj Ekadashi hai na, chalo, try to not eat today, until midnight. Try not to, if your health permits, like that. So it's a voluntary thing that we do. You can tell people, but not for popularity. You don't have to go and tell, Pura Navratri mein koi kuch nahi kha raha hu. If you go and tell that, the whole result of kuch nahi kha raha hu will go to that person who is hearing it. You don't have to tell, but you can encourage to tell. Consciousness is very important. You can go and tell, but not for your glorification, but for telling others that this also is a good thing to do. And when you do upavas, we go closer to Srinivas, right? Upa meaning sitting in the front, vas, you come closer. So that's why I say Upanishad, right? Upavas, like that. Sit down and hear is Upanishad. Upavas meaning I'm coming closer to Srinivas, like that. So you can tell people to get closer to Srinivas by doing upavas. And upavas actually helps to control your senses. At least once in a while, you'll not think about idli vada sambar in the morning. You'll tell, no, today I'm not thinking. Until 12 o'clock, I'll not have anything, like that. So Krishna is telling that such things have to be performed as a matter of duty. Duty. It should be like a duty. Text 7. Prescribed duties should never be abandoned. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. If he gives up his duties, what are the duties? What all duties we all have? Material duties, spiritual duties. Both of them. Both should not be given up. When you have a wife and children, you can't leave them and go and take sannyas and tell, I've become very close to God. If you have become close to God, make your wife and children devotees by staying in the house, teaching them Shastra. Right? You can't give up your job in the office saying that, some delivery is happening, some program has to be run. And your boy, hey, what happened? Your schedule is there, cut-off plan is there. You're not, Prabhu, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's nonsense, right? Finish your chanting, then do your job, or do your job and do chanting. But you can't do both together. So responsible people become devotees, not irresponsible people. We have to take responsibility, and you should take guidance from a guru. Don't that I have decided to do this. No, you can decide to do a lot of things, and then you stop. Then you reverse your decision also, right? Better go to a guru. Guru will understand. A guru will understand what level you are and what kind of renunciation are you capable of doing, and he'll guide you when to do also, right? Even to give donation, sometimes you can go and ask, Prabhu, I want to give. Where should I give? How much should I give? That also Guru will tell how much you should give. I will tell Prabhuji, wo bolenge to fir. Don't worry, he'll not ask too much, but he'll guide you. If you are a multi-billionaire and you're given 10 rupees, Guru will tell, pagal ho gaya kya? 10 rupees kya, how much donation you should give? I told you, some pinch should happen. थोड़ा दर्द लगना चाहिए donation देने के बाद, है कि नहीं? अरे थोड़ा शायद थोड़ा ज़्यादा दे दिया. ऐसा feeling आया मतलब you have given proper donation. Donation is given so that affects you. Otherwise, what is the point in giving donation? Some cow comes, you give 10 rupees and उसके सामने dance किया. वो cow भी सोच रहा है पागल है क्या? What kind of donation are you giving to me? 10 rupees में घास भी नहीं आता. Right? So Krishna is telling that you should do charity. In the mode of ignorance, people give up their prescribed duties. Like prescribed duty is also biggest, highest duty is to chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This should never be given up. Right? Your prescribed duties as per spirituality, as per Vedic scriptures, sanskaras should never be given up. You should always perform them. Right? Right from Garbhadana sanskar to Namakarana sanskar to all to the final Antim Samskar. You should not give up these things in the name of devotion. No, they are also part of devotion. You are respecting God for what He has given. There is a reason for every activity that we do. Right? So, and next, text number 8. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to elevation of renunciation. Right? So people give up saying, Prabhu, thoda mushkil ho raha hai mere ko. I say, I can't. Mushkil means senses. They are very passionate. They can't control their senses. So that doesn't lead to higher destination. You should try to give up on certain important days. Okay? Sense gratification is very important to be given up. Text 9. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Right? So Sattva Gun mein kaisa renunciation hai? He does it as a duty and because it has to be done, he does it. Right? And renounces all material association and attachment to the fruits of the action. Right? He completely renounces that. That renunciation is mode of passion, mode of goodness, where you do it as a duty. हमारे घर में ये है तो हम करेंगे. Now, what is Shuddha Bhakti? Shuddha Sattva, this Sattva Guna. What is Shuddha Sattva? I do it for pleasure of God. I'm not only doing it as a duty, but I'm doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. That is most highest. Right? Where you bring completely Krishna into the equation and you do it for his pleasure. There is a very thin line between goodness and pure goodness. Thin line between Sattva Guna and Bhakti. Sattva Guna almost looks like Bhakti, but it is not Bhakti. Bhakti means you are completely doing it for pleasure of Krishna. And whatever Krishna says is Bhakti. Whatever Krishna says is Dharma. That's why at the end Krishna says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Forget about all dharmas. This dharma, Kula dharma, Jiva dharma, this dharma. Sara dharma ko nikalo, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. What I am telling, do that. That is the highest dharma. Remaining all dharmas are, now, just some time back I told Prabhu you have to do all duties. Now I am telling you have to do what Krishna says. But when you do all duties, keeping Krishna in the center, that is Krishna consciousness also. Right? Having children, is it dharma? Of course it is dharma. If you're getting married, there is no question of saying, no, I will not have children. That is sin. If male and female are coming together and not having children, just for enjoyment they are doing the act of sex, that is sin. That will lead to hellish planets. If you're getting married, you have to have children. That is a must for a Grihastha ashram. Right? So, you should understand why you have to have children, because through you are delivering one other soul. One soul is going around, you are giving it a body. And you are having children. To do what? To play with them? Yeah, you can also play with them. But also deliver them. Right? Help them become Krishna conscious. Bring them to satsang. Make them learn Bhagavad Gita. And tell them what is the goal of life. Teach them as parents. You are the first guru as parents. You are teaching them how to go back to Krishna. That is called prime duty. Right? Prime duty. To deliver a soul to go back to Krishna. Doing meditation, pranayama, all these things are got nothing to do with bhakti. It can be used in bhakti. If you do pranayama and then do chanting, your focus on chanting will be good. Right? So yoga can be used, but the word yoga itself means to connect. Connect what? Connect you to God. Atma to Paramatma. Right? To Ishwar, you are connecting. So that is why yoga should be used. So you should understand that you are using everything in connection with Krishna. If you're not doing it, then that's a shrama eva hi kevala. It's a useless activity, useless endeavor. If you're not connecting anything to God. Text 9. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it is ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Text 10. The intelligent renouncer, situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of inauspicious work nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubts about work. A devotee doesn't have any doubts about work. प्रभु ये करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? क्यों डाउट नहीं रहेगा? Because in everything is including Krishna. डाउट किधर है? समझ रहे ना? When you do something, it has two results: good karma, bad karma. Right? If you do good karma, you'll go to heaven. If you do bad karma, you'll go to hell. Right? You enjoy the results of good karma, or you take the results of your bad karma. And after that, what will happen? You'll again come back here. Again, you'll come back here. Krishna is telling, Brahma Bonaloko Punaravartino Arjuna. From the Brahma to Patala, anybody has to take birth again. You have to come back again. So, intelligent person, what he'll do? He will do activities in such a way that he will not come back. Again. So, what is that good activity, Prabhu? Include Krishna in every activity. Include Krishna in every activity and you will not come back again. It's as simple as that. Krishna is not saying stop. Krishna is saying do. But include me in that. I like to cook. Cook for Krishna. And have prasada. Right? I like to wear nice dresses, look beautiful. Yeah. Wear a nice dress of a Vaishnavi or a Vaishnav. Wear a nice tilak. And you will attract Krishna. Right? You can do. I like to have a nice, beautiful house. Make your house like a temple. Have all God's pictures. Right? Have a nice, beautiful altar. The most expensive item in your house is not your useless TV. It is the altar of God, made of silver, touched with gold. Why not? Have beautiful deities in the house. Right? Anybody should go, Arey Prabhu ji, aapka ghar itna sundar hai. Ghar mein kaun sundar hai? Bhagwan sundar hai. Hai ki nahi? We have it in our culture. We are not telling anything new. If you go and see the houses outside in Sanatan Dharma, what do they name the house? In the name of God, Shri Venkateshwara Nilayam, right? Shri Radha Krishna Nilayam, like that they keep. Why? They say, this God, Krishna, the house actually belongs to you. I am staying in it. Registration, my name is there, right? But I have registered it to you. He is the owner of the house, right? So owner of the house should have a perfect place, not in some corner behind a door, little, place, in dark place, you close it after the puja is over. That is not the way to keep God. God should be visible in every part of your house. The altar should be in such a place where he sees you are getting in, you are going out, Krishna is seeing everything. What nonsense this fellow is doing in the house. Right? Many times you should be able to go in front of the God and say Namaskar. That is called renunciation. So everywhere there should be God. That is the point. Right? Slowly we should modify our lives in such a way. Even in our office, you can have a nice Radha Krishna picture there, right? Or a small Bhagavad Gita kept on there. Once in a while, open Bhagavad Gita, read something. Who is stopping? Nobody is stopping, right? Keep Krishna in everything. In our vehicles also, we keep God there, right? It's there. It's there in our culture. Just that we are forgetting why it is there. That is the problem. Why it is there, we are forgetting. Why we are doing Ganesh Chaturthi? What is the specialty of Ganeshji? We are forgetting. What he gave. What is the greatest contribution of Ganesh? He has given us Vedic scriptures. Right? He has given us knowledge. And he has given us a consciousness. So many things he has given. That we are forgetting. And then you do Ganesh Chaturthi just to please yourself. Please yourself. No, Ganesh Chaturthi is not to please us. It is to please him. Right? When we please him, then all auspiciousness will come. Ganesh is known for auspiciousness, right? So all auspiciousness will come when you please him. When you go and do breakdance in front of him, what will happen? Right? People play Antakshari in front of Ganesh. They do breakdance. Some people are drinking alcohol in villages. They're in cities also. Hare Krishna, what are you doing in front of Ganesh? Right? It's a torture for Ganesh once in a year, when he sees these things. He's like, you're bringing me here and you're doing all these things in front of him. It's a torture for him. But still he is merciful because he's a Vaishnava. Ganesh is a Vaishnava. He is very merciful, no problem. You're doing breakdance in front of me, I'll also make your life, in such a way that you will come to devotion. Something you'll do. Anyway. So, where did we go? Text 11. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities, but he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. It's give up to. Krishna is telling very clearly, it is indeed impossible. Don't try to do, things which are unnatural. Have you heard of meditation where people sleep or pretend to sleep or almost look like sleeping? Huh? Some stupid processes people create. Huh? There is no mention in any scriptures. I see. What is the use of that? What is the use of such kind of renunciation? Who told you to do such kind of renunciation, such kind of meditation? Huh? Instead, take chanting beads. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. That is meditation. That is given in scriptures. Have you seen Shivaji? Shivaji's picture you have seen? What is Shivaji doing? क्या कर रहे हैं शिवजी बताओ? जप कर रहे हैं. किसका जप कर रहे हैं? राम का नाम ले रहे हैं. है कि नहीं? Huh? And then you say Shiva Yoga, and then you sit there and do nonsense. You're not doing what Shivaji is doing. Right? You're not doing what Ganesh is doing. What is Hanumanji doing? Ram, 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 Ram. Have you seen Ganesh sitting like this? No, he will not sit quiet. He'll always chant Nam. That is called meditation. That is called process. आजकल क्या है? बोगस process बहुत सारे लोग चालू करते हैं. कुछ भी. हाँ? I can also start a process. I can become very popular. By the way, I don't know. I can become a billionaire. बहुत लोग मिलेंगे मेरे को. I can start, I can start a new philosophy. ये दुनिया गोल है. ये complex गोल है. मेरा सर गोल है. हाँ? मैं गोल योगा स्टार्ट कर दिया. हाँ? गोली तोटी भी गोल है. Right? गोल योगा स्टार्ट किया. गोल योगा स्टार्ट करके बोल दिया. Everybody can come register for 2,000 rupees a class, 24,000, at least 12 sessions in a week. You'll understand goal yoga, goal yoga. And 20 ladies will come, tight pants, tight t-shirts. 3-4, ISB graduates, IIM graduates will come. पागल बन के, they'll come and sit. I'm working in Microsoft. बताओ गोल योगा क्या है? बैठ बेटा, तेरे को लूटने के लिए मैं बैठा यहाँ पे. Fools will come. I can make good business. 3-4 श्लोक भी डाल देंगे उधर. क्या है? ये संस्कृत आएगा तो श्लोक डाल दो. उसको तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. है कि नहीं? I can become popular. I can make money. But if I do that, what will Krishna do with me? अच्छा बेटा, तू गोल घुमा रहा लोगों को, तू भी घूमता रहेगा. जन्मा मृत्यु जरा व्याधि. पैदा हो मर. Keep going through that cycle. You want to cheat people? That's what you get. That's what you get. Right? So why cheat people? Why? We are already cheated. We have cheated ourselves by coming to this material world. Right? Why to more cheat people? Read Bhagavad Gita. Follow what Krishna is telling. Again. Kalyuga means Kaler Dosha Nidhe Rajan. Hare Krishna. Bhagavatam says Kaler Dosha Nidhe Rajan. Nidhe means what? Ocean. How many have seen an ocean? Ever? नहीं देखा? ओशन नहीं देखा? हाँ? अरे बाप रे! Please go see ocean. Big portion of the planet is ocean only, right? Go see. Don't have to go inside it, but you go and see. Why I'm telling you to see ocean? Because you will feel humbled when you see ocean. And you go and stand near ocean and just look at the ocean. You will feel like it's not chota insana. You're nothing. You're peanut in front of ocean, right? Huge water. You go inside it, it'll gulp you inside, right? Oh, I'm a IM, I'm a SB, I'm a Infosys, I'm a Wipro. Right? It doesn't matter what you. I'm a prime minister, chief minister, home minister, chief minister. You'll go inside the ocean. Khatam, you're dead. Right? So ocean will humble you. Nature humbles you. Prakriti, Durga, she humbles you by showing the magnanimity of God. Right? So Kaler dosha nide Rajan. He's saying in Kali Yuga there are so many doshas. Dosha means what? Doing things wrongly. Pap, sins. Kaler dosha nidhe Rajan. Astihi eko mahan guna. There is only one good thing about being in Kali Yuga. Astihi eko mahan guna. Kirtana deva Krishnasya mukta sangha samachara. The one who does kirtan of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When one chants this, Astihe ko mahan guna, kirtana deva Krishnasya mukta sangha samachara, it can take you out of this ocean of material world. Nothing else can. Nothing else can. And don't try to find faults. Hare Prabhuji, aisa wahan pe ho raha, Prabhuji aisa. Aise hoga. Kali Yuga hi aisa. This is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, what do you think will happen? Nice things will happen in Kali Yuga. Only bad things will happen in Kali Yuga. Recently, that big issue that's going on, Tirupati Laddu. What is going on? Kaler dosha nidhe Raja. I'm not surprised. I'm painful. It pains heart. Kya kar rahe hain log? Right? It's very painful to know. But I'm not surprised. And by the way, do you think it has happened first time? Do you think, the yajna that you're doing in your house, Satyarayana Vratam or Gropravesham, what ghee you got? From where did you get? The puja store ghee, you think that doesn't have animal fat? It pakka has animal fat. You know how much it costs to maintain a cow? Do you know? How many of you know? To maintain one cow, it costs 8,000 rupees per month. I have experience, I'm telling you. I take care of cows. And then you sell its milk, so you get some money. So the maintenance cost goes a little down. But it doesn't give milk just like that, right? It has to have a calf. You have to maintain the calf also later. So average cost is so much. And then to bring that milk all the way till place where you live has also a cost involved in it. And when you boil that milk, pure cow milk, how much ghee comes? Very less. 40 liters of milk gives 1 kg of ghee. Pure ghee. 40 liters of milk. I'm talking average. Depends on the season again. Rainy season, the milk is very thin. Certain other season, milk is little thick. But still, 35 to 40 liters. 1 kg of ghee. How can you, if you really ask me, pure ghee, which is coming in a properly made way from pure desi ghee, cannot be less than 4,000 rupees. It cannot be. If you do it yourself, that is my only job, then maybe 3,000 rupees because you're not paying anybody to do it. How can you sell ghee for 300 rupees? Come on, give me a break. How can you sell ghee for 1,000 rupees also? So-called other Ayurvedic shops also you go, sir, pure ghee, sir, 1,100 rupees. How can you get? मेरे को अब तक समझ में नहीं किधर से आएगा तेरे को pure ghee? You cannot. So whatever ghee that we are using in our houses, so-called ghee, has animal fat in it. I'm sorry to tell you. You are compromising already. How can you make? Right? Oil also that you are buying, right? Kusuma nune, whatever other things that you buy. If you go and buy the raw seed itself, it is 500, 600 rupees a kg. How come you are getting 400 rupees oil, per liter for that? How are you getting it? Because we don't have time to think. Somebody is cheating, you want to get cheated. The world has two kinds of people. The people who cheat, the people who want to get cheated. They go and get cheated. That's all it is. I don't want to put so much money. So you get that result only. Right? Kaler dosha. It's not a surprise. Many things will come out. Many things. You are only talking about the ghee that is used. What about the besan that is used to make the laddu? What about the sugar that is made to use? You know how many of you know that cow bone powder is put in sugar? The white sugar that you are getting, cow bone powder is put. How many of you know that? We don't know that. To make it nice texture, we want it nice. The cream that you put, on in winters. What is that? Moisturizing cream that has cow bone powder. Do you know that? So much thing is going on. अरे किधर से रोकोगे? कलेर दोष निधे राजन. There is no end to faults in this Kalyuga. तो प्रभु जी क्या करें? Be careful. Be mindful. Spend money on things which doesn't add more sin. At least where you know, don't try to do more sin. Encourage people who are trying to provide you genuine things. Right? There is, a shop in Lower Tangmand. What is it? Emerald. Go there and buy. He's a genuine person. Rarely found. Some people are genuine. I'm not marketing for him. There are many more. Palekar, is one of the good speakers on this. Subhash Palekar, on cow production. There is one big shop opposite to Gandhi Hospital near what is it? Mushrabad Jail. Arogya Rahasya. Go there and buy. The size of the shop is like 5 times our supermarket. Such big shop, only cow products. Only cow. I'm not saying 100% guarantee. Lekin 99% to have, yeah. Many places you can go. And if you encourage him, another 5 people will come and say, I'll also try to do something like that. Again, if you're going and buying these useless brands, who are only looting your money, what will happen? You're encouraging them. So, Arogya Rahasya. Remind me. Yeah, here Kamadhenu shop also is there. He's also here. Huh? Yeah, somebody put me a message. I will send the location of shops also. Yeah, I'll put it. Definitely I'll put it. Why am I saying this? We don't want to add more karma to our own life. Right? Just sharing. Whatever I know, little I'm sharing. Huh? प्रभु नाम तो कुछ भी ला सकते हो, गोविंदा भी ला सकते हैं, वो गोविंदा ये बॉलीवुड का गोविंदा कोई नहीं बोलता. So we should understand, don't go by the names. Don't go by names. Go do some research. Bhagavad Gita, let's start. So the point, there is sin everywhere. Okay, let me conclude so प्रभु जी अभी लोग इतना लड्डू में डाल दिए, अभी क्या होगा, लड्डू में खा लिए. It's a very sad thing. Some Brahmana who was pure throughout his life, never even touched anything contaminated, was only eating prasad, was also forced to eat. Such a bad thing. But don't worry, Krishna is the most purifying person. Right? Just like sun. Right? If you put stool in the sun, it will dry and the sun will not get contaminated. Don't think Govinda, Venkateshwar Swami ate nonsense. He cannot eat nonsense. Even if you feed, you cannot. He can purify anything. So don't worry. If at all it happened, don't worry. He has taken care. It can only come till him. For his devotees, what is going from him is removed. Sin is removed. So don't worry. If somebody is feeling like that, don't worry. But at least now we should be cautious. Now we should be more vigilant for everything that we are doing in our house. Right? Everything we are doing in a temple. When you are donating anything to the temple, right? Do it with diligence. Because Kalyar Dosha, in this Kalyuga, don't expect any purity. Everything will be impure only. So we should be cognizant. Cognizant means to be awakened, to be vigilant, not to be ignorant. Right? We should be like that. Because Krishna has given us some knowledge, some buddhi he has given. Use that buddhi in every aspect of devotion and every aspect of life also. Again. Okay, text number 12. Anishtam ishtam mishram cha त्रिविधं कर्मणा फलम् भवति अत्यागिनां प्रेत्य न तु सन्यासिनां क्वचित्. For one who is not renounced, the threefold fruits of action, desirable, undesirable, and mixed, accrue after death. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. So desirable things, undesirable things, mixed things, whatever we did, we are going to face it after death. We will have to pay for it or get paid for it. Right? Either ways, you have to take birth again. Right? But if you do it on behalf of Krishna, then there is no birth again. If there is no birth, then Prabhuji, kya hoga? Kidhar jaun? Krishna lok you will go. Vaikuntha you will go. Wherever you desire, you will go. And what will you do there? You will do seva there. You will not become God. You don't become God. Nobody becomes God. God is God. Right? You will go to God and you will serve God. And peacefully you can serve. You all like this 2 hours Sunday morning? Just imagine if it's 24 hours. And just imagine if it's 365 days a year. Hare Krishna. So beautiful it will be. Right? You don't have to do any data science programming. Huh? You don't need artificial intelligence. Krishna already gave you intelligence. Right? So you can do so many good things. Lead a nice, peaceful, natural life. Hear that bird? That's a sound. Right? You'll hear this more when you go to Goloka Vrindavan. Right? Wherein the bird is singing a song. Right? Peacocks are singing songs. Trees are bending down and giving fruit to Krishna. Krishna is sitting and tree comes down. A mango, a mango. Right? Beautiful place you'll go, where nobody is envious of anybody. Tad dhamam paramam mama. That place is mine, where he's asking all of us to come, because we also belong there only. Right? Unnecessarily we develop desires and we are now, rotting in Gauli Dogi. Okay. So we want to go back. Go back to the place from where we came. That is our nature. Right? We are not Kamma, Tumma, Reddy, or Varma, Kya, Mishra, Goswami. Kuch nahi hum log. We are a soul. Aham Brahmasmi. I am part of Krishna. Right? These all material designations, pura nikal ke. We'll go and serve Krishna, Radha and Krishna in Goloka. That should be the goal. And our life should be led in such a way that we go there. So, after death, in purport, Prabhupada is writing, a person in Krishna consciousness, acting in knowledge of his relationship with Krishna, is always liberated. Therefore, he does not have to enjoy or suffer the results of his acts after death. भक्त को अगला जन्म होता ही नहीं. What is that shloka? In Bhagavatam I was reading recently. Navai jano jato katanchana abraje mukunda sevi anyavad anga samshriti smaran mukundangri upaguhanam puna vihatum ichhamna rasa graha jana. What is the meaning of this? It's a beautiful shloka actually. When I read it, I was like, so nice. Why? It is giving assurance. It is telling, this is a conversation in first canto of Bhagavatam, where Narad Muni is speaking to Vyasadeva. He's telling, oh Vyasa, a Krishna conscious devotee may sometimes fall down somehow or the other. He can fall down somehow or the other. But the one who has tasted the nectar of serving the lotus feet of Mukunda Sevi, right? The one who has done seva to Mukunda, the one who has tasted his lotus feet, Mukundangri, right? Such person, he will never forget that ecstasy he got while he was serving Krishna. And there is no question of him going away from Krishna. He will go back to Krishna. Next shloka. Very good. Right? Smaran Mukundangri. Smaran means to remember. To remember our service. If you all attended Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra, pulled the Rath, can you forget that moment? Can you ever You cannot forget. Even if you forget, Krishna will keep reminding you again and again. Next year I'm coming again. Be ready. Again. Even a little service that you did, little donation that you did for Krishna, he will not forget. And he will make sure that you don't forget. Smaran Mukundangiri Upaguhutam Punar. He will not come back again. Punar. No Punar Janma. He will not come back again. He is telling, with assurance he is telling. So Prabhuji is how fortunate are we? That just by coming in contact with Krishna conscious people, we are getting this highest philosophy. Again, even if you have done little service, Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhyat. Biggest fear is death. That also is removed. That also is removed at the time of death. And he will take care of your departure also. He will take care of. You cannot plan your departure. There are two things you cannot plan: birth and death. Disease you can plan. If you eat this nonsense maida, refined oil, you can plan the disease also. It will come. Old age also you can plan. You can become old sooner. By consuming nonsense things, you can become old sooner. But birth and death, can you plan? You cannot plan. It is decided by him only. When you have to take birth. When you have to die. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, kaise hain? I was thinking about you. Hari Hari. Yeah. Right? But at the time of death, Prabhus, if you have been sincere in your life, little bit sincerity, not even by coming to this satsang, if you are a little sincere in coming to satsang, learning in satsang, dedicating your time for Krishna, he is going to reciprocate in a way that you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine he is going to reciprocate. If you permit me, I'll tell a few words about my father's departure. Is that okay? Yes. No? Recently passed away. He had a life, he had a materialistic life also. Then he came to Krishna consciousness. He changed his entire life. At the age of 65, he took up Krishna consciousness. It was very difficult. Somebody who has led a materialistic life, thorough, thick materialistic life for 65 years, and then you have to change everything, leave everything, start keeping Krishna in center. It's very difficult, very difficult. For a child, it's very easy because it's a plain paper you're writing. There is less to give up, more to take. When you take up devotion in a later stage, there is a lot to give up also. There's a lot of baggage you have to throw down before you pick up new things. It was difficult. I'll not get into his whole life. But the time of death, right? He was completely Krishna conscious. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Many sadhus came and saw him. Though we don't deserve. We are not very pure people. But sadhus came. Krishna is sending sadhus one by one. His own as Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj, Trivikram Swami Maharaj, Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Great personalities. They are coming to our house. And they're giving darshan, blessing him and going. Hare Krishna. His own Guru, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. I went and saw Maharaj took his picture. He kept at his head. Oh, he'll be delivered. Don't worry. Hare Krishna, Radhesham Prabhu, Yugal Kishore Prabhu, Narahari Prabhu, Dwarkadish Prabhu. These are all, some of you don't know who they are, but they are extraordinary people who are still on this planet. Right? They are coming. He is sleeping at a place. Now we go run and try to find a sadhu. Now look at Krishna's reciprocation. He said, you stay there, I will send sadhus to you. Right? And they're coming and they're doing kirtan standing beside him. Hare Krishna, kya ho raha hai yahan pe? Right? Right? Because of his sincerity. He read entire Bhagavatam 2 times. 18 books, 18,000 slokas. He finished it at the age of 70. At the age of 70, it's very difficult to be attentive. Very difficult. You read, you get sleeping, your body doesn't permit. Very difficult. When you become in old age. Old age is a curse actually. Your body doesn't cooperate for many things, including devotion. It's very difficult. That is it. But Krishna is reciprocating. Just before he left his body, he made sure that I am in the house. Krishna made sure that both my sons, my younger son, he did not go to school that day. See the timing, everything he plans. And his most dear person on the planet, Valgovind Prabhu, my Siksha Guru, he made sure that he is also there. And we all are standing around him, and we know that he's going to leave. We understood he's going to leave now, right? His underlip became totally white. That's the indication that you are going to go now. Pulse is going away. I'm touching here. It's not there. 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 It's going up, and we are holding his head, and we're Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He's hearing. He's hearing. The only voice he can hear. And from the people, his grandsons, his wife, his daughter-in-law, me, they're all there. Prabhupada's mantra is going on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Like it's going on. And in that, he opened his eyes completely. Left. Very bold. We were, can I get such a departure? Can I get? I don't know. I don't deserve it. But devotees can make it like that. And Krishna will reciprocate. Krishna will reciprocate. Krishna is there. He will tell you how much he cares for you. Whole night there was kirtan in the house. Whole night. 6:50 he passed away. 7:30 we brought him back. We had to take him to the hospital for some certificate. 7:30 to morning 7 o'clock. 7:30 you can say. 12 hours non-stop kirtan in the house. I have some back problem. I said, Prabhu, if I don't sleep for 2 hours, I cannot do the next day karya, that whole Antim Sanskar karya. I have to be. He said, you take rest. Difficulty, I just went and lied down. During that time, kirtan is going on non-stop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. His soul is in the house, watching devotees. 80, 90 devotees till night 10:30 they are coming. Somewhere like we will not go. No, you go. I was saying, please go. जाओ आप लोग घर जाओ. कल सुबह देखेंगे. जिसको भी आना है आओ. To the smashan, 200 people came. 200. They were shocked in the smashan. They were asking me, कौन मर गया? Smashan people were asking me, ये कौन मर गया? कौन है? MP MLA कौन है आगे इतने लोग? Right? And ऐसे आना नहीं, ऐसे आके खड़े हो गए नहीं. They all were chanting his names, Krishna's names. Right? Sadhus are coming. One by one sadhu is coming. Radhesham Prabhu, he came, he was doing kirtan. His favorite bhajans. My father's favorite bhajan, Bhaja Hure Mana, Sri Nanda Nandana. Right? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Daya Karo More. All these bhajans, right? Vrindavan bhajans were happening. I asked my cow to be brought here that day. The cow came, Subhadra. She loves my father. She was crying. Cow was crying. Cow was standing there, going on crying. And we took grass in front of the cow. Cow is not eating grass. People are saying, "Kya? Guy to घास खाता है ना? मुंह के पास is not eating." You know, just standing there. And I was mesmerized. Everything that's happening. We just went to Prayagraj. We got the Triveni Sangam water. Sadhu said, "Pour it on your father." Completely, we poured on him, on his body. Cowdung cakes were brought, not from somewhere, from our own cows. Cowdung cake that we kept. Everything came there, right? Kirtan was happening. Relatives, yeah, they were stunned. They don't know what to do. They never seen anything like this. They all went back. Because who are the real relatives? Real relatives are the people who relate you to Krishna. They are the real relatives. Mama, Kakka, Chacha, Kuma, Tuma, kya karenge wo log? What do they know? I'm not insulting anybody. But they don't know what to do. उनको क्या करना नहीं मालूम है. लाश के सामने क्या करना किसी को नहीं मालूम है. But devotees know what to do. Krishna is getting it done. They also started chanting. Relatives also started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare, do that. Right? Glorious departure. I was waiting. You know, Mother Subhadra should sprinkle Ganga. Gauputra is Ganga. When it comes out of a cow, that's not urine, that's Ganga. Ganga coming in front of you. Purest form of Ganga comes out of cow. And my father was, you know, that some ritual was happening. And Subhadra was standing, it was pouring urine. I was like, hey, urine is going on the floor. Subhadra, what is this? I brought you here so that you can do that. And I said, okay, maybe whatever is Krishna's plan. And then at the end, we made the cow circumambulate my father. Right? I was walking behind the cow. I don't know if you've seen, but why I was walking behind the cow? Because I was waiting. Abhi dalegi ganga. Even one drop will fall. I want to put it on my father. And it did 3 circumambulations, and then it stopped and it poured urine. Can you time this? Can anybody time? Can you go and tell the cow urine karo? You can't. It just finished the 3. It poured. I immediately took in my hand and I sprinkled on my father. Complete his body was sprinkled with cow urine. Prabhu, this is Krishna's reciprocation. You cannot do it. Even if you plan, you can't do it. You can't do it. Some things only Krishna can do. Right? Smashan people, next day I went for taking hastikas, the bones. And they think, huh? You people should have told, we would have given the central, that Smashan area that has a nice platform better. We didn't know that this great person is coming. Who is he? He's not any great person. We are simple people. But no, we never heard. Since we started last 10 years, that Vaikuntha Prasthanam, nobody did what happened the other day. We all were shocked what is going on. The kirtan, the way it's going on, the people are dancing, and the way it happened, people are so much in pain. They were actually feeling, who is this person? I said, it's my father, he's a simple person, but he used to attend satsang. All he did is, he attended satsang regularly. And he followed, chanted. He used to chant 32 rounds every day. Every day he would chant 32 rounds without any gap. Every day he used to read 3 hours Bhagavatam. Wherever there is a class, he will take a bus, he will take an auto, he will go whichever way he will go to the class. He used to struggle to walk, but he'll go. And see how Krishna reciprocated. My mama, my mother's younger brother, he retired in a very big post in government as a commissioner of sales tax. Big money, big influence, big everything, affluence, everything is there. Position. He called me and he said, he was asking, ISKCON mein, they do for others also. They do for others also. I told him, no mama, if you become a devotee, Krishna will send. You have to come to satsang. Be in the satsang. Serve in the satsang. Then Krishna will reciprocate. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam satyo bhajamya. I will reciprocate according to how you surrender to me. Right? And nobody can measure that reciprocation. Krishna only knows. He will send. Then I was saying, you come to satsang, no? A lot of people think like that, when मैं जब मरूंगा लोग आने चाहिए. लोग आएंगे, कौन आएंगे? उधार जिसको दिया, बैंक वाले आएंगे, क्रेडिट कार्ड पे ने क्या मर गया, right? Or some whatever. People come, but they don't. What is the common question you see when people come? कब निकालेंगे इसको? Time हो रहा जाने का, right? I have to go for my job, for my business. When are you? Or they just come before the time waste nahi karna. Nobody has any connection, but connection comes with Krishna. Right? Krishna reciprocates every little thing you did in your life. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. Krishna will reciprocate. Right? But you should be part of a devotional community. Prabhujis and Matajis, all of you, just practice devotion and see how Krishna will take care of your departure also. He will take care. But you have to be sincere in what you're doing. You have to be, प्रभु जी लेकिन मरने के बाद कौन देखा, कैसे मरे, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. What you earned in life is what? One villa in some jilla, or some flat. That is nonsense. In this so-called flats, they won't even allow the dead body in the house for some more time. Take it out, niche lekar aao. Right? What kind of property are you talking about? There is nothing to be proud about your so-called wealth. The real wealth is devotees. That is why when we say devotees, we chant a mantra. What is it? Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. These Vaishnavas are like desire-fulfilling trees. Oh Krishna, please keep me in their association so that they will deliver me one day. Right? And do you have to pay them anything for doing all these things? You don't have to pay anything. All of it will happen as per Krishna's plan. Right? Everything will happen. So, when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, when we are trying to perform devotional activities, remember one thing, he is watching. Nothing is going in vain. Nothing is going in vain. Every minute, every second, Krishna is calculating. This fellow, this Mataji, is really serious about me. Right? She's serious about me. She's declaring to the whole world, I'm putting a tilak. He's declaring to the whole world that I am your devotee. Why do we put tilak? Of course, we want to become humble. That this is the feet of God. This is the feet of God. Right? भगवान का पैर मेरे सर पे. And this is tulasi leaf. Right? But when I wear this tilak and go out, what am I declaring? When you take a dog outside, उसके गले में पट्टा है, उसका मतलब क्या है? फालतू कुत्ता नहीं है. It's not a stray dog. जब गले में पट्टा होता है, it is somebody's dog, है कि नहीं? हाँ. So I am the kutta of Krishna. This is his belt. इधर, ये कंठी माला is his belt. I am not a lavaris. मेरा बाप कृष्णा है. समझ रहे हैं ना? That is what I declare. ये सर जो है, ये कृष्णा का है. I have no hesitation to put tilak anywhere. And I am telling you the benefits of putting tilak are unlimited. I don't know, some of you are hesitating to go. Put it. देखो उसके बाद क्या होता है. Magic will happen in your life. When you put tilak and go to office, when you put tilak and go to your work, your business, anywhere you go, put tilak and go. With pride you go. अरे मैं कृष्ण का भक्त हूँ. And then you see the way things happen. You can't even think how Krishna will help you in so many ways wherever you go. We are Sanatani. सनातन का मतलब क्या है? बाहर करके जय श्री राम ठीक है, उससे भी ज्यादा है. क्या है? Bring that Ram into your life. Bring that Krishna into your life. Boldly declare that I am a devotee. Right? When I walk in dhoti, I walk with pride. ये मेरा latest fashion है. Yes, I'm happy with. Have you seen Arabs wearing those big robes? Huh? Do they feel bad? अरे क्या? How many have gone to Middle East? Anybody who went to Middle East? Which place you gone to? Oman? Acha, Abu Dhabi. They wear their robes, the white color cloth they wear. I've seen. Not a single tinge of mark will be there. Single dot, they'll throw that. They'll wear another new one. They wear with so much pride. Right? It is so unfortunate. We people taking birth in India are hesitant to wear our own cultural dress. I go in kurta pajama to my office. No problem. I have created that equation. It takes time. Right? And I'm telling you one thing. When you wear your cultural dress, people will respect you more. Automatically respect will come. Right? When a Mataji wears a nice gungat or wears a proper, clothes, nobody will treat her in a bad way. Even if he wants to, cannot. Shyness is the alankarana, is the weapon of a woman when she is shy. They'll immediately respect. Mataji, Amagaru. Automatically come. Even a male also, when you wear a cultural dress and you go and you speak, immediately, automatically respect will come. Nobody will speak in ill language and everything. But when you go outside wearing nothing or wearing, some nonsensical clothes, automatically respect will not come. They will treat you like any other ordinary person. Respect comes when you respect yourself. Right? When you respect yourself, others will respect you. When you yourself don't respect you, who will respect you? Huh? You will be shocked to know in Middle East, when you go for check-in in the airport, there are two lanes. There are two lines. One line for their own citizens and one line for outside foreign people. And which one is more priority? Their own citizens. You'll be shocked to see that their own citizens, they give more priority. And they will wear proper, traditional wear, and they'll stand in that. Prabhu goes to Dubai so many times. Right? I was shocked. In Kuwait, I saw their line, it's very clear. Of course, Atithi Devo Bhava. Our philosophy is to give more to visitors. That's also okay. But do you respect yourself? How many can take Bhagavad Gita and walk holding Bhagavad Gita? नहीं प्रभु जी अंदर लगे. क्यों? बाहर लगे. फिरो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Tell Bhagavad Gita and tell everybody I'm going to Bhagavad Gita class every Sunday morning and that is the best time of my day. I tell my relatives, don't disturb me Sunday morning, Sunday night, Sunday evening.
Yesterday I went to some community There is a dress code is there. Because when you want to go there, then you have to go with
Yes.
traditional dress. We went our traditional dress.
Yes.
I saw so many people with a jean pant and they're not at all matching with our.
That is
We
how
are
it is
not
becoming.
following
We are
our
not following.
own rules.
We are not following. We are the ones. I'm telling, start in your house. Start in your house. Why not others? First to start in your house. And Satyanarayana Vratam, you should wear dhoti. No, Satyanarayana Vratam, you should wear dhoti or lungi and properly sit in a traditional dress. People are wearing tracksuits and sitting in Satyanarayana Vratam. I've seen. Right? See, everything matters. These are not externals. When you have something internal, that will come out in external. If you're not externally wearing, that means internal is also not there. Right? We have to follow Bhagavad Gita, implement Bhagavad Gita in our life through everything. Sadhana, Sadachar, and Swadhyaya. Three things in spiritual life. Sadhana, Sadachar, Swadhyaya. Sadhana means you're chanting, your devotional practice, your kirtan, your reading. That is sadhana, daily. Right? Sadachar, your etiquettes, how you behave with others, how you behave with sadhus, what you wear, how you conduct yourself, how you say pranam, proper pranam, right? All these things, sadachar, right? And swadhyaya, how you assimilate that knowledge and realize that knowledge. All these three things are important in spirituality. Then Bhagavad Gita will go inside. Matters. It really matters, right? Right? If I'm going to a gym, can I go to gym in these clothes? Huh? I cannot go to gym in these clothes. Gym, you should go in gym clothes only. That which is easy, simple. If I cannot go to gym in these clothes, how can I come to satsang in those clothes? How can I go to temple in those? That means you're respecting gym more than a temple. You're respecting office more than a temple. If you maintain the right dress for the right occasion, you are respecting the opposite person. Otherwise, can you go, wearing lungi and t-shirt to your office on a board meeting day? Or a customer visit is happening? Can you go like that? If you go, who are you insulting then? Who are you insulting? You are insulting your boss. You are insulting the customer. Customer will also tell, Kasht karke mar. What kind of, respect you are giving? You should respect.
The minister is coming with two lungi. Chidambaram needs to be with the lungi.
Yeah. Prabhu, it matters. It matters. Respect your language also. Right? Respect Sanskrit also, respect your language also. Whatever language you are, whether you are a Telugu, you are a Punjabi, you are a Tamilian, you are a whatever it is. Speak your language. Russian President Putin, he speaks in Russian only. Go hell with English. Okay. French Prime Minister speaks in French only. When our person goes and speaks in Hindi, kya anpad aadmi ko bana diya Prime Minister? What language has got to do with literacy? It has got nothing to do. It has been reduced like that. If somebody cannot speak in English, he is considered illiterate today. No, language has got nothing to do with illiteracy. If you speak in Hindi also, you are educated. If you just apply this one principle and tell me who is uneducated in India, everybody is educated.
Yes, that is slavery mindset.
Slavery mindset. अभी भी लगा के बैठे. Why am I giving class in English? बोल सकते प्रभु जी. ये पूरा भाषण देके तुम इंग्लिश में क्यों बोल रहे? Because some of them are not knowing Hindi. मैं हिंदी में देने के लिए तैयार हूँ. मल्टी लैंग्वेज प्रोडक्ट क्या करें? एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे लेकर आना है तो इंग्लिश में बोलना पड़ेगा. I have to tell in English. Otherwise, which language do you like to speak? Telugu. Mast untal. Bullet దిగుతుంది. చాలా బాగుంటుంది.
Telugu word I know.
वो बहुत काम करता है.
I have tried to learn. I forget what is chala bagundi. कौन सा word?
చాలా బాగుంది means अच्छा है. చాలా బాగుంది. Yes, bro.
अच्छा.
Last week I was on airport.
time lagayega. And I thought there are 2 counters dedicated to us, and there are hardly 10-20 people.
Very good. Very nice. They have started. Arey, we should respect ourselves. We'll respect our country also. We'll respect our culture also. Then we'll respect Bhagavad Gita also. Everything has a meaning. You know, I wear a killer. Sometimes I fly. So the air hostess also knows this fellow is a devotee. You know, she came. You know, sir, there is vegetarian breakfast. Everybody else is saying, and I catch it. When she's asking me, sir, vegetarian hai. She also knows this fellow is practicing something. World will respect you when you respect yourself. Agree?
You disrespect yourself, your country, in a foreign country.
Ah.
We have got our own favorite
Papu.
favorite. What is the reaction that we people have? We still feel Congress is the one who should be respected. There are a lot of people.
Yeah. Unfortunate thing, very unfortunate thing that you speak about your house in somebody else's house. What kind of nonsense is that, right? But क्या करेगा वो? उससे ज़्यादा उसको अकल ही नहीं है, क्या करेगा?
Some of the US journalists, they thought that Rahul Gandhi is from Pakistan.
No, there was they played a national anthem of Pakistan after he spoke and he stood up.
बाप रे कलेर दोष निधे राजन अस्ति ही एको महान गुना कीर्तना देव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग समाचार खाते से बात करेंगे. Where are we? 13. पंचैतानि महाबाहो कारणानि निबोध मे सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम्. O mighty armed Arjuna, according to the Vedanta, there are 5 causes for the accomplishment of all action. Now learn of these from me. So Prabhuji, this is a very, very important verse actually. This 13th and 14th verse, you can circle it also. When something good or bad happens in your life, you should understand that you are not the only one responsible for it. So Krishna is explaining that, you know, okay, people perform wrong, people don't right, but there are 5 reasons for things to happen. Right? What are those 5 reasons? Let's understand. Of course, you can't tell that 5 reasons, so mera accountability nahi hai. Nahi. You're only accountable. Karma will come to you only. But what influenced you to do those things? There are 5 reasons. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pratak vidham vividhascha pratak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action. Right? Let's also read the next verse, then we'll discuss together. Shariravan mano bhiryat karma prarabhate nara nyayam va viparitam va panchaytatasya hetava. Whatever right or wrong action a man performs by body, mind, or speech is caused by these 5 factors. Right? Purport. The word right and wrong are very significant in this verse. Right work is work done in terms of. Wrong work is the work done against the principles of the scripture. Done requires these 5 factors for its complete performance. Let's also read the next one. We'll discuss all the 3 together. Tatraivam sati kartaram Atmanam kevalam tuya pashyati akrita buddhitvam nasa pasyati durmati. Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the five factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Now let us discuss these three things. What is it? 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th. Now Krishna is telling here that whatever we are doing, there are five things that are making it happen. What are those five things? One, for everything God should sanction. Without God's sanction, it will not happen. Even the bad thing, He has to sanction. Why He sanctions bad things? Because that is what you want. He'll also sanction that, then He'll tell here is the reaction also. Take it. Okay? Without God's sanction, nothing will happen. When it becomes too much, then He Himself will come. Right? Yada yada hi dharmasya. He'll come. He'll come and He'll do the corrective action. But most of the time, He waits for you to correct yourself. Right? So, the super soul, Paramatma, who is sitting inside, hears our desire, immediately sanctions it. Number one. Number two, who is the next one? The different kinds of endeavor, different activities itself. They influence you to do it. You do it. Third, the various senses. Your senses are uncontrolled. You have not controlled your senses throughout your life. Tongue, eyes, they will also influence you to do some things. If somebody has done something bad, means he was not in control throughout his life. You can't suddenly do a bad thing. Some Mataji was walking on the road. Some fool, he came and did something wrong with her. ऐसा नहीं है उस दिन सुबह उसको felt like doing it. He has been practicing. He has been going through it, through mind, through actions, throughout for a long time, and now he executed it. समझ रहे हैं ना? Nobody does anything abruptly. Maybe or he might have done it in his past life. Hey, how come I did this? Because you did it in a past life. That impression is still there inside you. Right? So it's very important. If you don't control your senses, one day you'll do nonsense. Right? Very, very important. Bhogeshwari prashittanam taya chestam vyavasayatmika buddhir samadhavana vidiyate. If you don't control your bhoga and aishwarya, you cannot start your spiritual life. Vyavasayatmika buddhi will not come. Spiritual intelligence will not come. Right? See, even everybody gets tempted. Even a spiritual person gets tempted. Don't think, अरे साधु ऐसा कैसे सोच सकता है? सोच तो आएगा. When you see something wrong, the thought will come, even to a spiritual person. But what is the difference between a materialistic person and a spiritual person? A materialist person acts on it, spiritual person rejects it. That is the difference. How he rejects it? By practice. By practice and renunciation, he knows when to reject it, how to reject it. It doesn't happen overnight. Right? Neha Bikram Anashostri Pratyaya Vinudyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya. No, this is not the one. Vishya Vinavartante Nirarasya Dehina Raso Varjan Raso Apyasya Param Drishta Nivartate. Slowly you can renounce. Krishna is telling in this verse. Slowly. Vishya Vinavartante Nirarasya Dehina. Make it starve. Starve that habit. Somebody wants to stop smoking. He can't stop overnight. He has to make it starve. Bad habits make them starve. Right? I like to eat meat. You can't just leave it in a day. Make it, have it once in a day, once in a week, once in a day, then once in a week, once in a month, once in a year. Yeah, there is a way to change, bring a positive change through renunciation and through choosing, make the right, and most important, association. Right? So here, the various senses, the performer, which means you, the soul, you are also one of the 5 reasons. The first one, the place of action matters. Right? The place of action also influences. Does anybody feel like using filthy language here right now? No. Why? The place is sacred suddenly. This place itself is sacred. Right? Place of action also matters. Where you are doing, where maximum number of crimes happen? In bars. Right? In pubs. In very places where alcohol is being served, places where meat is being served, places where people like to show off their body. That is where the maximum crime happens. The place is like that. It influences you to do so. Have you seen any crime happening in a temple anytime? Never. Crime doesn't happen there. Even the person who comes to do the crime stops. पहले दर्शन कर लूंगा उसके बाद है कि नहीं? It changes the moment. Why do people keep God's pictures in the house? Even if your dushman comes inside, you look at God's picture, start doing it. By the time you come outside and talk. Right? The whole environment. And if you wear a tilak, even outside you will think, why should he'll be respectful in his. I mean, you're not putting tilak to take advantage of anybody, but you're telling that you create an ambience. You create an aura that changes, right? So 5 things that influence an action. What are the 5 things? The different kinds of actions, the performer, the Paramatma, the senses, and the place. So if you see somebody is behaving in a wrong way, understand he is not alone responsible for this. 5 things are happening here. Right? Then you can properly deal with people. Otherwise, people just react wildly. 17. Yasya naham krito bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatvapi sa ima lokan nahanti na nibadyate. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor is he bound by his actions. He's telling Arjuna, right? The one who is not motivated by false ego. What is the meaning of false ego? That I am the doer. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. A vimudha, a fool, thinks he is the doer. Just to do it. Bolta hai na Brian? Just to do it. Yes, you can do it, but you're not the only reason for that action. There are 5 things that are influencing you to do it. Right? And everything that happens, good or bad, immediately you'll remember, maybe it is Krishna's plan. Maybe something good is going to come out of it. If you remember like this, then you will see only good only in everything that happens in your life. Even though it appears very bad from outside. But if you keep Krishna in it, it's all good. If you get married to a person who is torturing you, who is doing nonsense, like, what is good in it? Batao. Some married people can tell. Or unmarried can learn. Yes, Madhuri.
Your patience, endurance, your perspective, your perception, all of these things alter.
Right? People should do gardening. How many of you do gardening? Even if you're doing one plant, you can tell you're a gardener. You don't have to have a garden. You should teach children gardening. In earlier days, in our school, we used to keep, even I kept a small plant. It must have grown, I don't know. It's 40 years now. Why gardening is so important? Gardening teaches you patience. You keep a seed, and then you keep pouring little water, and every day you come and say, I am. Slowly it will sprout, right? And slowly the stem will come. First, then leaf will separate from the stem. Then another leaf will come. Then it will go up. Then it will become 2 branches. Then the child will learn patience just by gardening. People who do gardening, when they face many difficulties in life, they take it very slowly. It automatically works. Right? That's why agriculture is. They're very patient. Even if it doesn't rain, okay, God's wish. They become like that. Such a beautiful thing. By doing natural things. So, I don't know why I went in that direction. What was I telling you? False ego. Ahankara vimudhatma. I do it. I'm the doer. Yeah, I do ISB, I will get a good job. I get a good job, I get a good pay. I get a good pay, I will enjoy. What are all the problems in this? Many problems in this. You get a good job. What is the definition of good job? Paisa. But if there is a boss who is humiliating you every day, what will you do with that money? Huh? And if you're doing a good job, your neighbor will tell, "Arey, you're working in that big company. What you're living here, you should live in a big house." Huh? And then you'll go to take an apartment. That good job is good apartment, but उसका पूरा पैसा किधर जा रहा? ICICI Bank. So everything is a trap. It's all a trap, the old story. What is the time? 10 o'clock. Can we go for 10 more minutes?
Yes.
One sadhu, very simple sadhu. Sadhu only wears langot. You know what is langot, right?
Yes.
Kopin. In English, kopin में मजा नहीं है. Langot बोले मजा है. हाँ? गोची. इनका मजा होता है. गोची कटकोन होती है. Right? So he has two langots. One he wears, second he washes and dries. That's all is like peaceful. Hare chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Morning he'll get up, he'll take bath. That langot he'll dry, another langot he'll wear. Khatam. Zindagi अच्छा है. But that langot, when it's drying, one rat is coming and pulling that langot down, trying to bite that langot. He says, "Hey, the only other langot is that, So what should I do?" So then he thinks, okay, for this rat, I think I should bring a cat. He goes and tries to find a cat, right? So that he'll try to find the cat, then a cat he'll find, and he said, cat. He'll try to keep the cat near the langot. The cat will not. Cat will meow, 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 meow. It is shouting. Why is it shouting, sir? Prasad. उसको भी चाहिए ना. It wants milk. So he thinks, "Hey, now cat needs milk, so I have to bring a cow." So he goes, gets a cow there, and every day he milks and gives it to the cat. So cat is drinking milk, rat is not coming. But there is a problem. Cow is shouting because nobody is cleaning that place, nobody is taking care of that place, nobody is bringing proper grass. For that thing, so to maintain that cow, I need to have a wife. Somebody should do that. So he gets married. So he gets a wife. He said, okay, now wife will take care of the cow. I'll do my bhajan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So wife does for 1 week. Then she shouts, "Hey, मेरे को इसीलिए लेकर आया क्या तूने? किसके लिए मैं इसीलिए लेकर आया? छट! शादी करके बिठा के गाय दे दिया. कुछ अलग मेरे लिए जोले लेकर आओ, मेरे लिए अच्छा साड़ी लेकर आओ. किधर बिठा दिया? What are you doing? I have to maintain her, right? I have to keep her happy. That is also dharma, keeping wife happy. So then he says, okay, I'll buy a nice house for you. Then I have to work for that now. Now I have to work in Infosys. Poor fellow was nicely living and doing Hare Krishna. Now he's working in Infosys. Infosys or Wipro, doesn't matter. It's hellish planet, both the places. So now what next? क्या करेगा? Then he's working. Then he has to earn money. Then wife is telling, घर बना दिया. क्या सुना घर है? सोफा सेट नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, वो नहीं. Then he has to go sofa set. Then he got a new sofa set. And wife is coming and telling, "Hey, that sofa set, some noise is coming in the night." So what noise is coming? Then he goes and sees them. Oi! Then he remembers, the whole saga started in that right. एक लंगोट को बचाने के लिए मेरा जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गया. So then क्या प्रभु जी, महेश प्रभु सही बोला. ये बोलते हैं लंगोट का जिंदगी. लेकिन लंगोट. तो उसने क्या किया उसके बाद? Then he went outside. He threw that one langot also. He said, एक ही लंगोट में जीना है. एक्स्ट्रा नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. एक्स्ट्रा रखूंगा, उसको सुखाऊंगा, फिर चूहा आएगा वहां. है कि नहीं? So simply, he would go outside now. पत्ता लगा के वो लंगोट वो उसने पत्ता लगा के बैठ के उसका लंगोट पहन लिया. खत्म जिंदगी. हाँ? So there is no end to this. This is what material life is. It will pull you. It will. इसको बोलते हैं संसार बीजम अंधकूपम. Right? There is no end to this well called संसार. बच्चा पैदा किया, उसके बाद वो लुच्चा हो गया, उसको पढ़ाने के लिए स्कूल भेजना पड़ा. ये इसमें भेजने से ना जॉब नहीं आएगा. I want to make sure I send to education institution that he get a job. Hare Krishna. And then he will. उसका बच्चा नहीं हो रहा, फिर उसके लिए फिर मंदिर, फिर पूजा, उसका एक बच्चा, वो भी लुच्चा. उसके बाद फिर से कुछ करो. लेकिन ये चलते रहता है. मतलब साइकिल है. लेकिन There is no end to this. Huh? You ask the people who are walking in the community in the morning, 70 plus, 75 plus, they still are thinking about their family only. When will they think about Krishna? कब सोचेंगे कृष्णा के बारे में? When will they think why they have taken birth? In that age also, old age also, they are thinking. वो compound wall पूरा नहीं बना है ना? वो वहाँ पे वो था तेलापुर में कितना स्क्वायर यार्ड? अरे तेरा इतना एज हो गया, तेरे को अंदर घुसने का टाइम आ गया, right? Either on the fire or under the earth you have to go. अभी भी तू सोच रहा है स्क्वायर यार्ड का रेट कितना है? किधर जाएगा तू? Right? You will take birth again. People who are very attached to their houses, to their properties, take birth like snakes. Garuda Puran says you take birth like snakes. And people who hear to the good instructions, they'll come to satsang also. And still they don't change, they'll take birth like lizards. Recently, one devotee was reading Garuda Puran, he was telling me, because during the, when somebody dies, you should read Garuda Puran, it tells you all the, pray. So if you see a lizard, don't insult. That fellow is a manager from. Kap बोल रहा है. Senior director है वो. क्या करेगा? Come back. So should be very cognizant how we are living our life and what kind of actions you are performing. And there are so many reasons for that action. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills the men in this world, does not kill, nor he is bound by his actions. Though he does job, though he does so many things, he doesn't get a reaction to that because he is dedicated to Krishna. Arjuna did not get a sin of killing a single person, though Arjuna killed in crores. How many people Arjuna killed? In crores. Crores. Can you think of people killing in crores? आजकल के क्या हो रहा है? फालतू हो रहा है. Right? War happened, 10 people died. In Kurukshetra war, 2-3 crore people died in single day. Single day. That was the Kurukshetra war when it happened. The weapons, nuclear weapon bhi bega hai uske samne. The kind of weapons that Karna was using. It is explained, Karna killed 4 crore people in a day. 4 crore people in a day. Can you imagine? Oh my God, what kind of day it would have been? Right? When Yudhishthir became very anxious, he was telling Arjuna, hey Arjun, kuch kar iska. Khatam kar, this fellow is finishing the whole, war. Because one of the conditions of war was, if whole army is gone, opposite person is a winner. It's not like you only have to be alive. Even if army is gone, opposite person is army also have to safeguard. Right? So many things were there. Yeah. So the person who is in intelligence doesn't think he is doing the action, so he is not entangled with that action. Janam jneyam परिज्ञाता ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम परिज्ञाता त्रिविधम कर्म चोदना कर्णम कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविधा कर्म संग्रह. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the 3 factors that motivate action. The senses, the work, and the doer are the 3 constituents of action. Right? So Prabhupada in purport, I'll read it. There are 3 kinds of impetus for daily work: knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower. There are 3 things: knowledge, object of knowledge, and the knower. The instruments of work, the work itself and the worker are called the constituents of work. The instrument which you are doing the work itself and the worker. These 3 things. Any work done by any human being has these elements. Before one acts, there is some impetus which is called inspiration. Any solution arrived at before work is actualized by a subtle form of work. Then work takes the form of an action. One has to undergo the psychological process of thinking, feeling, and willing, and that is called impetus. The inspiration to work is the same if it comes from the scripture or from the instruction of the spiritual master. When the inspiration is there and the worker is there, then the actual activity takes place by the help of the senses, including the mind, which is the center of all the senses. The sum total of all the constituents of an activity are called the accumulation of work. Wow, what an explanation Krishna is giving, and Prabhupada is explaining that. Right? Your inspiration to do the work, the actual work, and the worker. All these three things lead to that karma. So inspiration is very, very important. If you go to a place where wrong inspiration is coming, then that is also going to add to your karma. That's why we avoid places where wrong inspiration will come. If you go to a pub these days, how many pubs are opened in Hyderabad? Hare Krishna. Because we get customers, we have to take them. I'm not supposed to take them, but sometimes my boss has to take them, and they tell me you are part of whatever senior management. You also have to come. So sometimes I go, my God, the kind of passionate environment that is created today is horrible. If you go to that place, you will get influence. You can't tell Prabhu, "Aap to sadhu hai." Arey, sadhu hai to kya hua? You get affected. Then you come home and chant another 4 rounds. Krishna, what did I see? Why did I see? Why should I see? And Krishna is okay. At least some regret is there. Right? Otherwise, internet is a hell. External environment is a hell. We have to be very choosy in what we want to see. Because once you see, you get affected. You can't stop the effect. Right? You can't stop the effect. So before getting affected, you can stop it. Dhyayati avashyo pumsan sangasya upadayate sangat sanjayate kama krodha vijayate krodhat bhavati sammohat smriti brahmashat buddhinasho buddhinasat pranashyati. Wow, ye do shloka. Second chapter. What does it say? When you see wrong things, taste to enjoy them increases. Please hear attentively. When you see wrong things, taste to enjoy them increases. Right? When you are going on Gachibowli road, when you cross Microsoft, उसके बाद एक होर्डिंग आता, होर्डिंग पे नंबर बदलते रहता, चीज वही रहता, कौन सा होर्डिंग है? आईफोन का, सेम आइटम नंबर, आईफोन 14, आईफोन 15, आईफोन 16, right? Keeps. What happens when you look at them? मेरे को भी आईफोन है कि नहीं? ध्यायतो विश्व पुंसान संगस्य उपजायते, right? संगात संजायते कामा. I have to enjoy this iPhone. Kama. And when I enjoy, what happens? Attachment comes. Without this, I cannot live. Attachment. It was not there before, but because you saw, because you experienced it, you started enjoying it, and you cannot live without it. And then, when it is lost, when your iPhone is lost, what comes? Anger. Kama krodha vijayate. Krodha will come. Right? Krodhat bhavati sammohat. When the anger comes, then what happens? You become deluded. Somebody is searching for his iPhone. Sir, hey, wait. Searching everything. Right? Deluded. Dama kaam nahi kar raha hai. Hai ki nahi? What is that? Sammohat. Jayate vishwapun sangasya jayate sangat sanjayate kama krodhat bhavati sammohat. Sammohat smriti vibrama. Your mother is coming and telling, hey, I will search for you. Hey, he can go outside. Smriti Vibrama. What all your mother did for you, you will forget. Because what you are attracted to, that stupid iPhone. Krodhat bhavati sammohat smriti Vibrama. Smriti means memory. Memory is lost. And when memory is lost, what decision making you will do? Nonsense you will do. Memory helps you in decision making, right? Tells you an experience, tells you some intelligence. Smriti brahmashad buddhinasho. Simple. When your memory is gone, intelligence is gone. Buddhinashat pranashyati. You will take birth in Dollywood. That's what happens. Buddhinashat pranashyati. You will take birth in material world. This is a whole cycle. Right? The cycle applies everywhere. You can tell this seminar in office also. If you are working in Apple, you can change the example. But this is the same thing. You have to. The same thing is happening everywhere. People are getting irritated. People are getting so much. The other day, big traffic jam opposite to TCS office. Why? One fellow bought a new car. That is the only problem. Naya car hai, traffic jam. One auto fellow touched him like this, like a feather touch. Khatam. That fellow's heart came outside, ऑटो फेलो को कुछ नहीं हुआ. अरे साहब क्या हुआ, सब लग गया. हाँ मेरा आदि के तू मेरा ऑडी कार है, वो ऑडी 4 सर्कल्स, वो गोल होगा। मेरे सर्कल का तो मार दिया। Auto fellow, he doesn't have any circle. That fellow already has 20 dents. He doesn't care about also dents. है कि नहीं? उसको टच किया ऐसे टच किया बस, कुछ भी नहीं किया, slightest dent, and result is what? That fellow is completely, he felt, he lost his life that day. So new Audi car, registration plate नहीं था, मैं देखा, new Audi car, he wanted to show the whole world, मेरा Audi. Krishna sent the auto fellows को थोड़ा गाड़ी हो गया, उसका गाड़ी खत्म हो गया। Whole traffic jam, TCS is filled, TCS people are, ये कौन रोका इसको? ट्रैफिक पुलिस वालों, क्या हुआ? सब डेंट किया, किधर है डेंट? में दिखना ही रहा है मेरे को सब, क्योंकि डेंट उधर नहीं है, डेंट इधर है। समझ गया ना? That's why when I buy a car is like, किसको भी मारो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। Cheapest car you are driving, you are a king of the road. ठीक है, मारुति 800 लेके जाओ, Benz fellow will stop, साहब पहले जाओ। क्या करेगा 800 को? किधर से मारेगा? वो ऑलरेडी ठुक्कू है, ठीक है? So life should be like that. Too much attachment क्या करोगे? मरोगे पहाड़ के, है कि नहीं? Near that place also, near the entry of the building also, कुछ भी वो ऊपर नीचे आ रहा, ऊपर नीचे आ रहा, तुम्हारा जिंदगी ऊपर नीचे आ रहा, उसको उठाओ, है कि नहीं? सिंपल कार चलेगा, वो नीचे भी आए तो चलेगा। I mean, I'm not telling you compete to the bumper, but relaxed, free, right? But desires are like that, and Krishna is telling here, knowledge, object of knowledge, subject of knowledge, all these things very important. Otherwise, you'll be what is it, Slota? Come on, second. How you get binded by action? Forgot. Memory काम नहीं कर रहा है. Yeah. We'll do one more shloka. ज्ञानं कर्म च कर्ता च त्रिधैव गुण भेदता प्रोच्यते गुण संख्याने यथावत् शृणु तानि अपि. According to the 3 modes of material nature, there are 3 kinds of knowledge: action and performer of action. Now hear of them from me next week. Okay, ये चालू किया तो you have to understand how Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna works in knowledge. Knowledge also is in 3 modes. Right? Even ज्ञान भी तीन तरह के ज्ञान है. Then action also is in 3 modes, right? And performer of the action also is in 3 modes. So Krishna is going to explain that from 18.20 onwards, and it will slowly lead towards the conclusion of Bhagavad. So, Prabhujis and Matajis, as we approach the end, maybe another 2-3 sessions. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Right? So, as we approach the end of Bhagavad Gita, I want you all to start contemplating what you've learned. Because Bhagavad Gita has to be understood. You can go back and hear the recordings. They're all there in my channel, YouTube, little channel. You don't have to subscribe, no bell button. No need. You can just hear. So you can go there, Lilananda's. You can go to a playlist called Bhagavad Gita Detailed Study My Own Krishe. In that, from chapter number 1 se leke ab tak sare hain. Right? So you can again hear it. And after the Bhagavad Gita is over, we are again going to start a new batch. Right? New batch with SSR, Science of Self-Realization, which is a very important course before you start Bhagavad Gita. And we again do the Bhagavad Gita. It's going to repeat. Right? So it's good you take the repetition again, because how many more times you hear, it assimilates, goes more and more, and every time I read Bhagavad Gita also, I get a new understanding. Not a different understanding, new understanding, right? New, stronger understanding of what Lord Krishna is saying. You can encourage your neighbors, your friends. Now onwards itself you can tell. Now this is what? September ho ja raha hai, right? Then we'll get into October, November, December we are starting. Because in November I'll be out of Hyderabad for 20 days. In November I'm going for 10-day yatra, and then 10-day one training I'm taking on leadership. in our society there. So I'll be in Govardhaniko village. So November I'm almost not there, right? What we'll do is we'll finish Bhagavad Gita and then we're going to do Sishtastakam prayers. Very important. 8 prayers of Sishtastakam. The conclusion, entire Bhagavad Gita shrinked in 8 slokas by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Beautiful, right? We'll understand each sloka and the meaning. And then we'll close and then we'll start the SSR. By the time I'll send a pamphlet, you can tell your friends, you can tell your neighbors, you can tell your spouses if they have still not come. And you can bring your children, right? Even children of this age, can understand a lot of things. And they will become more inquisitive to learn as they grow up. Right? Wherever satsang, they'll go and sit because they'll know that something good will happen. So we'll start sometime in November and again the saga starts. If Krishna permits, keeps me on this planet, I'll continue. Right? So any questions at this point? What is in Prasadam? How many missed Prasadam for 3 weeks? Some people even miss. That is the only thing I also miss. But I will not be having Prasadam today because today is still some puja ceremony is left for my father. So I have to go and finish that. After that, maybe 2-3 o'clock, I'll be having my prasad. And today evening in our Bhakti Center, Srila His Holiness Bhakti Ashray Maharaj is coming. Bhakti Ashray Vaishnava Maharaj is a very, very elevated sannyasi. He's from North India. And the topic that I requested Maharaj is, please tell how to be attentive and devotional when you are chanting. That is the topic. So Maharaj will come and speak. He has some heart problem. He has undergone some surgery, so he will not speak for more than 1.5 hours. So please try to be there by 5:30, and it will benefit you in your spiritual life. Yeah. So we all need to hear from great sannyasis. So Bhakti Center is not too far from here. Right? Even if you want to go fast, you can't take a flight. You have to take a cab only. So hardly it takes 20 minutes. Please come. And whoever is coming here regularly, I request you to start coming to Bhakti Center also. Right? So that you become more fixed in your devotional life. Your Sunday is Krishna Arpanamastu. Subha and Sham. Both of them you are giving to Krishna. And whoever are new, you can also try, but there is a next batch also that will start. Right? And what else? Bhadrachalam. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. How many here don't have Srimad Bhagavatam in your house? Lift your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't have. 10. Srimad Bhagavatam set. 11, 12. Yeah. Now, what is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is all the beautiful Leelas of Krishna and his devotees. Bhagavatam. Bhagavat ke katha. Bhagavat means great devotees. Prahlad, Dhruva, Ambarish. Right? Great devotees. How they led their life. And it's a great guide for us how we can lead our life. And it's a beautiful saga of 18,000 shlokas, 18 books, whole set. Right? Please take. If you have that set in your house, then only you'll read. I kept Bhagavatam in my house. 3 years the Bhagavatam was looking at me like this. Kab padega. Then I started reading. If you don't have that, then you will never read. Again, if you have it, someday you'll read. If you don't have it, you'll never read. Some people, Prabhuji, Bhagavad Gita nahi pad raha hu, utna book rakh ke kya karunga? Arey, wo rakho, tabhi to padhoge. When you have something, you'll start reading it. Right? Have it. It's the greatest asset in the house. The greatest wealth of the world. Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is a perfect time to take it. And what we are doing is, last year we did in Yadadri, we distributed 343 Bhagavatam sets. Right? One Bhagavatam set in English is around 9,300 rupees. 9,000? 9,000. 2 times you fill your petrol tank, that is 9,000. Nothing. Right? So something that will last in your family forever. Not only you, your children, your grandchildren, everybody will read. It will be there. Prabhu ko interest nahi. Interest aayega. Apne aap aayega. I'm already answering your questions, your mind. Right? So please try to understand. Don't think twice to invest the right thing. You should not think twice to invest on the right thing. It's a beautiful, colorful set of books. You will be. My father read it 2 times, who never even read newspaper properly. Right? It induced him with motivation. We'll also have reading clubs. I'll make you part of the reading club. They will make you read every day. Right? You join that and you can read, provided you have a Bhagavatam. Right? So please buy these books. I'll send the link. I've sent it already many times. You can buy it, fill the Google form. And another beauty that is, if you already have, you can donate it to somebody. There is no better gift than giving a Bhagavatam. And you can donate it to somebody whom qualified people. Either you can choose whom you want to donate to, or we can suggest whom you can donate to. And you'll get unbelievable punya out of that. Right? So what we are suggesting, you can give it to Veda Pandits, Brahmanas, Purohits, right? Pure people serving in a temple. This time we are doing it in Bhadrachalam. How many have gone to Bhadrachalam here? It's a beautiful place. If you have not gone, please plan. Right? On the banks of Godavari, Sri Ramachandra temple, that is where Lord Rama's own currency coins are there even now. What he gave to release Ramadas, right? Those coins are still kept there. And the temple is built by Ramadas on the banks of Godavari. There we are planning to do, it's 6 hours drive from here. We'll arrange for a bus. We all will get into a bus. We'll go to Bhadrachalam Dham. 2 days of yatra you can do. And the second day, we can also distribute Bhagavatams in the hands of Brahmanas. From the hands of sadhus. I have invited 3 sannyasi Maharajas to come there. So on your behalf, they will give it in the hands of Brahmanas. And the Brahmanas take Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya, Gau Brahmana Hitaya Cha, Jagad Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo. You'll get unlimited benefit. Unlimited benefit. Right? More than Annadan, Shastradan is even more greater. Because Shastradan will teach what to eat also. Right? So please don't hesitate to do this. 6,600 rupees is one set of Telugu Bhagavatam set, which you can donate to a Brahmana. Right? So many devotees come forward, and this is the best kind of donation. Best kind of donation. And Krishna is telling you should do charity. We just today also we read. You should not hesitate to do charity. When you have money, do it. Because tomorrow you may not have it. Tomorrow you may not be in a situation to give it also. When you have it now, give it. And be part of this kind of yajna. And every year you can do. Every year you can do. Right? My father used to do. Whatever retirement pension he used to get, he used to give a little bit for every year in this, what do you call it, Bhagavat, right? Every year he increased. First year he gave 1, second year he gave 2 sets, third year he gave 3, fourth year he gave 4, fifth year he gave 5 sets. 5 sets is what? 35,000, something like that. But whom is he giving? He's getting happiness when he's giving, right? Now when he passed away, my mother told, we should give 25 sets on his name. Immediately we withdrew money from his account because he is giving. Right? Retirement का income क्या करोगे? Pension का पैसा gratuity क्या करोगे? You're not going to take gratuity with you to the spiritual world, right? You can give it for good cause. Right? So you can make Krishna part of your life by doing these things. Do dhan. Everybody who doesn't have set can take 1 set and give 1 set. You get both the benefits. Liya bhi or diya bhi. Hai na? So you don't have to pay in this month only. I know software people become beggars by the end of last week. Right? So you can give in next month also. All you have to do, fill the form and tell I want to do these many number of Bhagavatam sets. Right? And then you can give next month also. Then put the reference there. Or call me, I'll put the reference there and done. You can get a Bhagavatam to your house. You can take from the hands of a sadhu for yourself. When you take a Bhagavatam from Amazon, you don't get motivation to read. But when you take Bhagavatam from a sadhu's hands and he's giving it, he'll also bless you. That Krishna, may he be motivated to read. And that makes a big difference. Right? So you can take Bhagavat from the hands of a sadhu in a dham. And you're also going to Bhadrachalam. Right? So my humble request, please participate. So far we have touched 272 Bhagatams. Very bold this year. Right? All devotees like you from different satsangs have done it. Right? And this is part of Bhadra Purnima, Bhadra Mas. So we already resolved, we want to do 750 Bhagatams. Only a crazy fellow can do that. Right? We're all crazy in our satsang. Everybody is crazy in this. So we are putting a number there. Now it's Krishna's problem. What is not my problem? I have told 750. Now Krishna is thinking, say, ek to hota nahi, 750 bol diya. Abhi kya kare? So Krishna has to go find people to come and take. So it's Krishna's problem. So we will go and do. Last year our target was 500. We always fail in our target. We did 434. Right? So this year our target is 750. Or bhi bada diya. Krishna is thinking, last year tu fail hua, right? At least this time you can keep, no, I'll go even higher, right? So even higher, no, Krishna will take care of it. How Krishna will take care? He'll inspire each one of you. There are almost 40, 50 of you sitting here. Just imagine, if each one of you donates one set and takes one set, we are already 100 more, right? Or even you donate one set. Good, you can donate it and you can take it for your parents in Telugu. You have Bhagavatam in Hindi, you have Bhagavatam in Gujarati, in Marathi, in all languages. You have Bhagavatam set, right? You can fill the form. If you don't find the language that you want, I have kept in the form English, Hindi, and Telugu. Mostly those are the ones that are taken here. So if you want in any other language, you can just send me a message, and I'll tell you can still fill the form and close the matter. Yeah. So my humble request is do it. Why not? Why not? What is stopping us? How much can you repay for Krishna for bringing this satsang in your life? You cannot repay. You cannot repay some things in life, but you can try to do your seva. Do your seva by doing some act like this. You know? And coming to Bhadrachalam, you can block your dates. Now only I'm telling 14th and 15th of December. I will block our and that's Saturday and Sunday, by the way. Right? And we'll go on 13th. We'll spend 13th and 14th seeing the Bhadrachalam Dham. On 15th we'll distribute Bhagavatams in the hands of the great sadhus. And the temple is going to choose on whose hands it has to go. We are taking the list of Brahmanas from the temple itself. Right? And some Brahmanas even you can recommend. You have some, say you all have some village, right? In that village there is a temple, right? Don't you want to donate Bhagavatam to the temple? Tell that Brahmana, I'll give you a Bhagavatam every evening, read one shloka. Whoever comes, read one shloka. Done, your seva is done. How many of you know that we have already distributed more than 600 Bhagavatam sets in Hyderabad, temples? In almost all the temples, Golizo did this, Shivalayam also you go, there is Bhagavatam sets. We only gave, free. Who gave? One of you. Whatever you gave is being distributed to the temples. We want to make sure that to save Sanatan Dharma, people should know Sanatan Dharma, and to know Sanatan Dharma's greatest asset, literature, is there in all the places. All the schools, all the colleges. You can choose where you want to donate also and come and fill the form. Saying, Prabhu, I want to donate in this college. I want to donate in this hospital. I want to donate in this Anath Ashram. I want to donate in this old age home. You can decide. And take the Bhagavatam and give it on your behalf. Okay? It's not Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is one book. Bhagavatam is a set. And a beautiful set which will transform your life. Today I chanted one shloka from there. That if you fall down, still Krishna will take care. Hare Krishna. Where did that shloka come from? Bhagavatam. How did I learn that shloka? Because there is Bhagavatam in my house. Hai ki nahi? Bhagavatam hai to Bhagavatam padenge. I came home depressed that day. I did some nonsense. I don't want to tell you. Not come to the next class. People do. We go through some, difficult things, right? And I came home. I was like, Krishna. Instead of being Krishna conscious, how can I, be part of such a nonsense? How did I even get into that? Now, something happened in the office. I had to deal with it. I had to tell strongly somebody, to correct himself. And I felt, I shouted at somebody. That's what I had. I shouted at somebody. I felt no. Then I came back and I was searching in Bhagavatam and I opened Bhagavatam. Then I heard a lecture. Immediately, my Siksha Guru Radhesham Prabhu is quoting a shloka. That even if you are a Krishna devotee, sometimes you can shout at some people and that will be taken care because you remember the seva that you did. Krishna pakad liya, bach gaya. That will happen how? When Bhagavatam is there in your house. So have Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam speaks. When you are in difficult times, open Bhagavad, right verse will come in front of you. It's a miracle that happens. So please, my humble request, I will forward the form again. Please go ahead and take one for yourself and give one. Greatest investment. क्या मिलेगा पैसा से? पैसे से कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. हॉस्पिटल का रिसीट मिलेगा, right? या फिर कोई इंश्योरेंस का रिसीट मिलेगा. लेकिन भागवतम लोगे तो पुनर्जन्म नहीं रहेगा. उनको जन्म उंडद. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम. You can repeat this. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम. एवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः. त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म. नैति मामेति सो अर्जुना. The one who understands my appearance and disappearance and my activities in Bhagavatam, because those activities are there in Bhagavatam, will never take birth again in this material world. Right? It's given. It's given. So please go and do your part. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nrsimharti ki jai. Prabhu is ready.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. I'll tell you one instance. It will motivate you. There is a Mahesh Prabhu who used to work in TCS, now works in a different company. He's part of our satsang. He came just like one of you, and now he's preaching in two communities. Amazing devotee. So we were doing Bhagavatam planning. We have a lot of planning meetings. Just like our office planning meeting, we are doing planning meeting. How to bring the sets there, how to give, who will pick up where, that planning meeting we are doing. Kumuda, right, in his house, even now she is there, past many years. How much does a maid get paid? Average? 10, 12, 14,000 rupees, something like that. 13, 14, right? Depends. So this lady, maid, she was hearing the calls. We were having almost daily calls in the last. Like one day this, one day Prabhu, you will take care of this, you will take care of that, you will take care of that. Night 10 o'clock call is going on. After the call, she came to Mahesh Prabhu and she told, "Sir, 3 Bhagavatam sets from my side." The maid in the house has a heart to give 3 Bhagavatam sets. Her salary is not that much. He told, "But you don't earn that much. 2 months, not year can give it. You should give. You're anyway giving me food. I'm okay with this. Take." I'm saying that slowly we should come to a point where we should trust Krishna that he'll take care of everything. Problem is, we talked about ahankara today. Ahankara vimudatma karta hame. I saved this, I saved this, I saved. Which saving has saved you so far? Nothing has saved you so far. The only person who will save you at the time of death is Mukunda, is Krishna. And in your life also he'll save you. He'll take care of it. Lakshmi Devi is giving us Lakshmi as grahasthas. Since I'm also a grahastha, I'm a family holder. You're also family holders here, right? We should learn to give. If you learn to give, you will become very happy in life. If you don't give, you'll become very stiff. And you'll always be in anxiety. Mera, tera. And you'll never come out of it. But if you start giving on a regular basis, like here we have satsang prasad, right? You can contribute something to that. On a monthly basis, mera nahi hai. This doesn't belong to me. My father taught me that. Every month, just like your loan deduction, which is forcefully taken, but this is gracefully given. Like you should give. And to what kind of activity you should give? Where nice, where nice preaching is happening, prasadam is being distributed. That kind of activity you should always do it. And there are many such spiritual institutions. You should first of all support a local temple. How many of you are supporting a local temple? Please do that. You should do that. If we don't support, who will support? You're not supporting a local. And this is also like a temple only. Actually, what we are doing here, what should happen in a temple, we are doing here. Right? Prachar ho raha hai, pravachan ho raha hai, prasad ho raha hai. Right? And Shri Vigrah bhi hai. Andar dekhoge to photos bhi dikhenge. So you should support these activities. And why are we giving Bhagavatam sets to each temple? Because that is our greatest contribution. How many have installed a murti in a temple here? Right? Some of you have installed. Very rare, right? Bhagavatam itself is a murti. When you keep Bhagavatam in a temple, it's as good as keeping a Archa Vigraha in the temple, which will be worshipped, which will be read. Right? So make it part of your, that sometimes you have to break free and do something. And I told how much charity has to be given?
Pinch.
जोर से पिंच, छोटा नहीं, जोर का पिंच लगना चाहिए. अरे इतना क्यों दे दिया? पहले बोल दिया, फिर दे दिया. हरे कृष्ण. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे, नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे, स्वल्प पुण्य व्रतं राजन, विश्वासो नैव जायते, शारीरा विद्याजाल, जडेन्द्रिय त्राहि काल, जीवे फैले विषय सागरे, तारा मध्य जीवयति, लोभमाय सुदुर्मति, ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे, कृष्ण बड़दाय माय, कोरी वारे जीव जाय, सह प्रसाद नदी लोभाय, श्री अन्नामृत पाओ, श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ, प्रेमेडा को चैतन्य निताय, जय निमाय जय निताय, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य, प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri 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 Radha Gopi Vallabh Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Nitai Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Prasadam ki Jai. All assembled devotees ki Jai. Bhagavad Gita Detailed Study Group ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. So, yeah, you please get up and take. Oh, I need somebody's mobile who is in this group. You can forward the form and everything. Yesterday I deleted all my content because mobile bhar gaya tha. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.